A representante estadual, Geoff Diehl, concorre ao cargo de senador de Massachusetts com duas propostas essenciais: diminuir os impostos e criar emprego. Geoff Diehl formou-se em Nova Iorque, onde conheceu a vida dura. Mudou-se com a esposa para Whitman, onde foi desde sempre um ativo membro de muitas organizações sociais de várias cidades e vilas vizinhas, até ser eleito representante estadual em 2010, lutando pela transparência e protegendo os cidadãos de pagar elevadas taxas, nomeadamente os 2 bilhões de aumento de impostos em combustíveis. Este é um dos lemas da sua campanha.
I have a proven track record of voting to keep taxes low and to try to help people have more money in their pocket, including last year I was the chairman of ballot question 1 to stop the gas tax going up every year without a vote. If that had happened, it would have not just affected the money you spend to put gas in your car, but your property taxes would have gone up because municipalities aren't exempt from having the gas tax affect them. So for every police car, every fire truck, every ambulance would have cost more money for them to run, and then that gets passed on to taxpayers. Plus, everything you buy, all the food you buy would go up as well because transportation costs. So we think we saved taxpayers, close to $2 billion with that tax repeal of the indexing of the gas tax. So that's what I want to do, is be a watchdog for your tax dollars in the Senate.
A luta contra medidas que afetariam o Estado, como por exemplo o projeto dos Jogos Olímpicos, que aumentaria consideravelmente os impostos em detrimento de investimentos em escola, construção de estradas, serviços de bombeiros, polícia e outros serviços que garantem a segurança das cidades. Massachusetts lidera os serviços de saúde pública, mas há medidas que o Estado não deve aprovar.
Massachusetts was the leader in healthcare coverage for the rest of the country. We were the top state providing healthcare. We had it for everybody. And they created the Affordable Care Act modeled off of Massachusetts. Now, we should have, in my opinion, stayed with what we had, a fully working healthcare connector, but instead we switched over to the Federal Affordable Care Act, and it cost our state over $1 billion in money that could have been used for elsewhere to cover, to basically fix what wasn't broken. There was a website that people could go to get their health care coverage, and it stopped working, and then we had to spend about $500 million just to fix that. Then we had to spend over $1 billion just to cover people with their health care coverage who could pay for it, but because they couldn't sign up, we had to take care of that as a state. So that was a bad decision. I voted against switching over to the Affordable Care Act because, again, we had a plan working in Massachusetts that worked. Those are the kind of decisions that we need to make. Sometimes it's good not to do what the federal government wants you to do and do what works in your own state.
Quanto ao seu envolvimento com a comunidade cabo-verdiana, apresenta-se como um grande amigo do senador Vini de Macedo, que o informa sobre esta comunidade e tem contactos com pessoas da comunidade cabo-verdiana, estando informado de que se trata de gente trabalhadora que, tal como outros, veio para este país à procura de uma vida melhor, aproveitando as oportunidades que a América oferece. Criar emprego é seu objetivo.
So again, some of the things that I learned when I used to work at Sign Design in Brockton was how hard it is for small businesses to start up. A lot of businesses start and they fail very quickly, but the businesses that do stay and continue to grow, they have a tough time because healthcare coverage is so expensive. I mentioned before about the healthcare plan where we switched over and we were supposed to save money, but instead it's been making it more and more expensive to hire employees. So that's one area I think the state needs to do to create a better environment for businesses to grow and hire more people. And the other thing is regulation. There is so much regulation in our state for small businesses. Again, my wife and I own a small business, so we know directly how hard it is to really try to build your business, let alone have the government always trying to sort of find new ways to regulate you. So I'd like to really clear a lot of the red tape to make sure that businesses in Brockton have a chance to get bigger and that they have a chance to employ more people, because that's really 80% of jobs in our state come from small businesses. I want to make sure small businesses grow, and Brockton benefits from all of that.
A comunidade cabo-verdiana é muito importante em Brockton, considera e pede o seu voto para as eleições do dia 6 de outubro próximo para ocupar o cargo de senador de Massachusetts, deixado vago pelo falecido senador Tom Kennedy.
You have a special slogan. What's your slogan for people to vote on you?
I don't know if I have so much of a special slogan so much as it's I just want people to know that I'm willing to stand up at the State House against special interests and make sure that we keep our money in our household, in our wallets, and we hold Beacon Hill accountable. And that's what I've been doing for years. That's what I want to continue to do. And if people want to learn more about it, I have a website they can go to, which is geoffdiehl.com. It's spelled a little differently. It's GeoffDiehl.com. But they can go and visit that and find out more about my campaign and what I stand for.